I'm on a journey. I want to make an instrument that converts your voice, so humming, singing, beatboxing, and turns it into instruments. But I want it to be physical, and I want to be able to loop multiple instruments over each other so you can compose a song. Okay, so we need to make some goals, okay? Number 1, I want to make a song nugget or like essence or whatever within 2 minutes. And I don't want to have to do any manual reading. I don't want it to be complicated. I want noob to song essence in 2 minutes or less. All right? 2, this thing needs to enable the fun and the flow state. This cannot be frustrating to use. It needs to be like, great, I'm gonna keep going. It's good. Like, my standards are high for this. 3, it needs to visually draw us in. It needs to be like, you see this thing across the room and you're like, what is that? I need to investigate. And then you turn on and you like start it up. And then you're like, whoa, what's going on here? I kind of want to explore. Because you know what? I think that's part of the fun and the flow state. Something that's like visually engaging and pretty and unique. Spend time with me. I'm a good time to hang out with. You know it because I'm bright pink and shiny. I don't know if it's going to be bright pink. I'm leaning that way. But anyway, number 4. It can't get boring. After you make the essence of your song, you have the nugget, you have to have somewhere to go, you have to be able to develop the song, you need to make sections for the song. It's not supposed to be like a kid's toy where you kind of hit a wall. You need to go somewhere. It needs to be as easy to use as a kid's toy, but as fun to use as an adult toy. Okay. 5. We're gonna do this together. Because, you know what? It's gonna help me motivate. Maybe it'll be interesting for you, maybe not. It's gonna be good. Transition.
You are now listening to MACROXX 8299.
I'm gonna split this project into 4 main categories. Number 1, the industrial design, aka the physical, aesthetic look and feel of the product. Number 2, the software. There is a lot of software / firmware. That's going to be a lot of work. That's going to be a huge chunk of this project. Number 3, the electronics. I'm going to be interfacing with some new stuff that I've never worked with before, but we're going to do our best. Number 4, the actual mechie design. Tristan is definitely the resident mechie, so that's what we're going to do. And we are going to start with the industrial design because it is very hard to communicate your vision without a visual.
Introducing the 5 Bs of industrial design. Do you still want to do this, Sue?
I got it.
You got it? I made these up. Number 1, the brief. This is what the product is, who it's for, and the main qualities that are going to be guiding the design of the product. Number 2, brainstorming. We are going to make mind maps and mood boards to break out the qualities that we care about and to visualize them. Number 3, blueprint. This is where we make little sketches of ideas that we liked from our mind map and our mood board. And it's also where we do a rough ideation sketch of the entire thing that we're about to make. Number 4, brag. We're gonna take the sketch that we made, we're gonna make it really cute, we're gonna give it good lighting, we're gonna give it color, and we are going to render it in 3D so it looks really good and it's brag worthy. Finally, we're going to build the shell of the visual identity that we've created. Won't be functional at this point, not yet, but we are going to, get in the wood shop or get in the maker space and we're gonna make it happen. It's been sitting in my head for 2 years. Let's be brief with the brief. We have our product, the standalone synthesizer, transform your voice into multiple instruments, and you can loop and layer. Who's it for? Essentially anyone that has a musical story to tell. They don't have to have a perfect voice or perfect pitch to do so. They just need to be able to communicate in the general vicinity of what they're trying to do, and then hopefully this can get them where they are intending to go. But I'm sure singers that don't have instrument ability will very much enjoy this. Now the characteristics. Easy to use. I have visually enticing. I have portable, reasonably portable, like you could take it to your friend's house and play with it and it's not like a big deal. I want it to feel really high quality.
I really want the good stuff. I want it to feel really good. As we go through the process of getting inspired, it's very important that we collect that inspiration so that when we're 80 years old, we can make the coolest designs ever. So let me talk about this website a little bit. You do not need to do this. You can have a Pinterest board, or you can just have a folder system on your computer, or you can have a physical book. I don't care. I'm going to go to the color material finish page first. So in the material tab, by the time I'm coming to make a decision about what material I want on the voice box, it really helps you make informed decisions rather than decisions on vibes, which I am definitely... I have done that. I also have paint swatches. No, I have, color swatches. Check this out. Woohoo! Got my reds, oranges, yellows, greens, blues. I take issue with this being called blue. Okay. So much to choose from. Go make yourself a website. You'll have a great time. Letting your mind wander / letting your actual body wander into the world to notice things around you, really take in what you feel is inspiring.
That would be fun. In your thing?
Yeah. Would that be cool?
I think that's too much.
So head out on the town. Go to that music store you love, or that art gallery that just opened, or the artisan maker fair. And then as you go, take photos and add them to your lifelong collection of inspiration. Hey, VoiceBox, Liz here. Let's talk about the mood board. The point of the mood board is to take all the inspiration that we've gathered and funnel it into something productive for our specific project application. Just like my categories have been split up on my inspiration page, I'm going to split up my mood board stuff. Part 1 is getting images of the most similar product that is out there. So for me, it's going to be synthesizers and audio box products with switches and knobs and maybe a screen interface. That is what I'm calling the most similar implementation. A collection of images from the same industry with different products can help you get some of the breadth of possibilities. Then we look at color, material, finish. I took one online course once and here I am. I didn't even finish it. Then if you have a complicated project, then you start breaking it into smaller pieces. For us, that's knobs, buttons, screen graphics, typography, sectioning, illustration, and here is what the whole mood board for the voice box actually looks like. We are in a different province now. I got a coffee, aesthetic coffee in the frame. How fun. Let's talk about the mind map. Just kidding, that footage wasn't good and it was half an hour long. So we're back in the original province, but we still have an aesthetic coffee, and this time it's in a fishing village mug, which is pretty cute. Up until this point, we've been pretty vague with our terms. High quality, easy to use. Pretty meaningless at this point. So what we're doing is we're going to think about what makes something easy to use or what makes something high quality. We're going to break that out on the mind map. Then we have something to evaluate our design when it's in a more detailed stage. I've broken easy to use down into a few major concepts: hierarchy, menus, number of components, workflow, and sections. Hierarchy, when done right, is super intuitive that you don't even realize it's there. And it basically is a way to communicate what's more important or what is going to be more frequently used or in what order you're going to use something. So a good example of this is like a Game Boy, like the old Game Boy. Here's a Game Boy Color. There's not very many buttons on this product,
but right away you know which ones you're going to be using most frequently and which ones you're going to be using secondary. And that's because of the size of the buttons, it's because of how the text is on the buttons, it's the location of the buttons. So you can achieve hierarchy with spacing, sizing, text, color, but it's really, really useful in taking something that is a panel of knobs and buttons into something that feels more approachable. Menus. I don't like menus, but I know that they're necessary. So the big thing that we're going to worry about is not enabling getting lost in a menu or a mode where things become unintelligible. Number of components. This is a delicate balance because if you want more hardware components, then you can have less menus, but if you have more components, it's one, more expensive, and two, can turn spaceship looking pretty fast. Not that I hate spaceships or anything, my personal taste is somewhere in the middle to more simple looking. Sectioning is another way that we can make things conceptually easier for a user. We can group things on the product by how it functions, or if we're having multiple channels, we can have everything that is related to that channel grouped, or we can have things grouped by the workflow that you're using. Sections are a favorite of mine. Shockingly. Workflows are another thing that are really important for ease of use. I don't know if you've ever used some old software, like you have to really memorize a very specific pattern to access a certain feature. That's going to be in the detailed design stage, but it's important that we have a lot of rigor and discipline when it comes to making a good workflow. If I need to access an essential feature isn't clear right away, I'm dead. I'm dead on arrival. We're not doing that. For high quality, what makes something feel high quality? Think about the things in your life that you're like, oh yeah, that's a nice gizmo. That's a nice gadget. Let's break that down. Probably part of it is the materials that they used. So if they got nice like aluminum or wood, or maybe it's plastic, but it's thick plastic, it doesn't feel like it's flimsy, it doesn't creak. That's something. The construction of it being strong. So you can have a wood object, but if it's got lots of creases or glue lines, or there's like weird gaps that aren't consistent, then that's going to make it feel lower quality. There's also how heavy something is can make it feel more expensive. And then with visually enticing, there's a lot of directions where we can take that, but I've broken it up into a few different materials and textures to consider. This will be also handled by the mood board. And then for portable, I've broken out what makes something feel portable, the dimensions, the shape, the form, if there's a handle, how robust it is. And that's the mind map. High five. High five. I am getting so excited about this. This is why you do iterations. The first one, I just went on vibes. I did not use my mood board. I didn't use my mind map at all to make this. I feel like I really strayed from the aesthetic that I was looking for. It's kind of there, but it's a little bit confused versus when this looks totally different, but I really use the knobs and the buttons as inspiration. I reference the materials and I just feel like it came out so much nicer. Now, this isn't my final design or anything, but this is something I'm going to jump off from, and I'm going to sleep on this and see if I still like it. But oh man, are you getting excited? Because I'm getting super excited. I'm not totally sure what to do with the screen yet. The screen's going to be pulling a heavy load. I just mean aesthetically what I'm going to do with the screen. I'm really seeing the manufacturability of this. Like, I'm going to be building all of this by hand. Well, not all of it, but a lot of it. All of these knobs, I mean, other than the metal ones. I'm going to be building this faceplate. I'm going to be laser cutting it. I'm going to be making some molds for some buttons and cutting up some dowels for those wooden knobs. I'm going to have to find some faders. I am just so relieved, honestly, because this now appears to me to be much more doable than it was just yesterday. We're just excited. We're excited. Yay. I haven't really talked very much about like why I've been choosing to put things where I have put them. None of this is final. I've been thinking for a while about how I want this workflow to go. In my first few iterations of it, I was thinking of having 4 channels, like fixed channels that would have individual control so you could do everything on the fly. But I think I want a little bit more flexibility, and I want it to be more playful and fun on the synthesis side, which means I kind of want to use all the space I can get for any channel or any instrument. So what I've done here is I've put 8 channels that you can select one or multiple of, and then you can go to the right side and play with how it sounds using these different knobs and buttons. It's going to be a bit more flexible. It won't be as quick to adjust multiple channels at a time, of course, but design is always full of trade-offs because, you know, like I said, I don't want it to be a big spaceship of a thing. I gotta optimize. Great. Great. Oof. Next video is going to be so fun, us building this shell. Thank you so much for watching. This is part 1 of this journey, and I have no idea how many parts this is going to take, and it's probably going to take me a very long time. We're here, we're making progress. That's what's important. All right, see you next time.